Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Undead Unluck, episode number 6 reaction. Okay, the previous episode was a crazy episode in the sense that one of the biggest I don't know if I can call it a plot twist, but like a very interesting thing got revealed. It got revealed how this world is kind of like in the process of being created, and how different things like sickness, death, these things are being imposed on this world by God every 30 days, and how the what was the name? Reunion? No, Union. Sorry, I mixed the two names up. The Union, they are trying to like solve quests and get rewards and stop the restrictions or the rules from getting imposed. So, and obviously ultimate goal is to stop God and defeat him. So it was like a very crazy revelation, and the fact that like a lot of things in this world might not be actually like the world that we know. For example, this world doesn't have stars. That's why the God still hasn't put stars in this world. And so they came up with a few of the quests that they are going to go with. Within 30 days they have to complete all of them, and the first one that Andy Shen, I think that was his name, Foucault, have decided to go on is, I think, like the mission to what was his name, Spoil or something, like a UMA called Spoil. They have to get that person. So yeah, and we also got to see a few other things. We got introduced to a few of the characters. Juiz is the leader, and she has kind of a crazy ability to control other people or something, it seemed like. There's a few other characters. There was another character called Tatiana, I think, who was pretty mad at Andy for killing Gina, like all these things. Not only that, also we got to meet Clothy, who apparently will be the dress for Andy. And Clothy is also a UMA. So, quite a few things got revealed, and a lot of things happened in the previous episode. So let's see what happens in this episode. This is episode number 6. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it whichever is your preference. And let's get started. Alright, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Mm, okay. Yeah. Right. August 23rd. Alright. Okay. Alright. Where's Shen? Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Spoil. All right. Oh God. Yeah. No, we have a hold on. What? Confirmed case of rotting corpse wandering. Memory wipe. What? Hmm. James Smith. Longing. Oh. Okay. So he was on top. Ah, yo. He's lodged into the. Okay, your tears are. Oh my god. All right. Yeah, spoiled. Like, yeah. Okay. The Yuma. Sponge. What? Yeah. SpongeBob. Okay. Right. Hmm. Yeah, I was wondering. Bro, it's like zombie apocalypse. Wait. Oh my god. Oh, so it spread to them. Wait, then how did they send it? Oh my god. Right. Then how did they send this? I guess they sent it through. Hmm. All out. Okay. All right. It's so dark here. Hmm. Yeah, because the reward that I want. Oh yeah, 1x. No. Oh no, okay, okay. Oh, okay. Wait, is she thinking that she might be able to bring back? Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, it's unrepair, not repairs. Okay, okay. Him. Oh, Andy's. Who? Right. Who is that? I was thinking he was talking about Andy. Like, oh, Andy, like going all out or something. Right. Yeah. Okay. Bro, he just made a door. He doesn't need doors. He just made one. Oh. Oh God. Probably not. No. All right, then let's run them over. That's what's going to happen, I'm guessing. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, here we go. Damn. Uh. Okay. Okay. Duck. Okay. He was like, yeah. If you still have any semblance of sanity left, duck. Otherwise, everyone's going down. God damn. Okay, I wonder if someone ducked. The airbag. Ooh. Okay, someone ducked. All right. Wow, he just took care of everyone in one shot. Hmm. Okay. Is she following? Okay. Can we do something to revert her? Yeah. Yeah. Caution. What? Hmm. They're very rules themselves. It's common for them to ensnare people with run. Okay. Oh. Everything's like related to sense? I see. Oh. Alright. Hello? What? Wait, oh my god, is that like a expiry date or something? He'll get spoiled after that. Wait, but Andy doesn't die, so yeah. He doesn't die, so it'll be fine, I think. Like, he wants that. Yeah, true. Okay, let's just wait then. What, 800 seconds? Oh, there we go. The zombie's like, dude, I told you. Oh, they say, oh, wait. Zombie. Right, so this is gonna keep continuing. Okay. So we have to take care of him unless and until. Hmm. Oh my god. Hello? Wait, he can understand her? Wait, is it because both of them are undead? That's why they can understand? Wait, what? Wait, I half. Oh, that's why he can understand him, her. Oh, I thought because both of them are undead, that's why they can. Assassin? Oh my god. Okay, I. Oh, okay. Capture. Hey, whoa. Hello? Who the hell is that? With these people underneath? I. Hey, hello, Fuko. Don't just go. She just went. Oh my god, what the hell? None of them are listening to him. Okay, I feel like that's a very bad idea. Suddenly following a random kid in the sewers. Oh my god, what? Wait, are people living here or something? Like, wait. Oh, okay, there you go. Okay. Yeah. Hello? What the hell? Oh my god, that's why. They're keeping them hostage. That's why it's like so long. So all of them have like a timer. Uh, wait, the unluck. You're unluck, Fuko. Oh, she also got her. Wouldn't the kid get affected by her unluck? I guess it won't be much because they don't barely know each other. Oh no, I guess she was wearing like a glove and everything. You know what this seems like? This seems like a Gintama episode. Oh my god. Yeah. We both spoil in a way. Oh my god. Wait, oh, they're still alive. A part of her hand is. Hmm. They have completely not spoiled that thing. Wait. Oh, is that. No. That spoil? Wait. Oh, she. Oh, that spoil. Oh my god. That's why she brought him to the church because lowly rule vessel. God damn. Spoil. There you go. Oh, all the zombies are up. Oh, bruh. But his hand is spoiled. It wouldn't. Okay, no, it did work. Damn! Oh, everyone's going to swarm on top of him. Oh, there you go. Yup. These are all the zombies that had like semblance of sanity. They dug down, I'm guessing. Oh my god, there's a lot of them. Okay. Alright, okay. Alright, another very interesting episode. I you know what's really good about this anime? You cannot predict what's going to happen next. Like, who the hell expected? A wedding ceremony with a zombie and this something like this happening. So yeah, that's great. Like then predictability is very very interesting. And yeah, all right. So okay, few things. Right, there's one thing I guess you could say that The zombie, the girl. I feel like obviously like I'm guessing that was her dream to get married. That's why she said that to Andy. But I feel like there was obviously another big reason why she told Andy to like go to the church and like she wants to get married, because she wanted to bring him to the place where the Yume was like camouflaging himself and staying. That's why like she brought him to the church, and after like the that ceremony she was like, it's fine now. There he is, like immediately, like she pointed towards the direction. And yeah, so it like two birds one stone kind of situation. She okay, she got her wish came true, and also the like that they were able to come close to the to what was his name, spoil. Yeah, they were able to come close to spoil. And yeah, all right, so great episode. Like I said, I love the unpredictability of these episodes. Like even the previous episode was so unpredictable. I wasn't expecting anything close to what happened, all the reveals in the previous episode. Today's episode as well, who would have expected something like this? But yeah, so okay, so let's talk about this episode overall. Like I said, an amazing episode. We get to see. Here's the thing. I feel like we're getting more hints as to what Shen's power is. Like one hint that we got in today's episode is that Shen said something like, "I need to be close enough to you to." I think like he said something like close enough so that I can like look at you, or like like something like that. He said. What did he say? Wait a minute. Where's that section? Okay, I'm sure you already have a hunch, but my ability activates when I look at my target from a certain distance. There you go. Looking at the opponent from a certain distance. That's where his ability begins. And so that's one hint that we got. And few other things. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm still trying to think what can his, like, what is his power? Like his power negates something. Obviously that is what negators do. It negates a rule, and he said how his power activates when he looks at a person from a certain distance. There's a range to it. And you know what, still no clue, but I feel like, yeah, I'm sure it'll get revealed eventually. But anyways, okay, so that was like one thing that happened, a little bit of a hint. Then also we get to see obviously Andy takes advantage of his undeadness to like to test out the whole spoil situation. He gets spoiled and then immediately regenerates, and obviously since he's an undead, if this was enough to kill him, he already would have died by now. So it's like, it's fine, I'm the best guinea pig in this type of a situation. I'm not going to die. And this keeps continuing, and that is why like he can now at least like he can now go and confront spoil. Also, the kids were being kept here, and there was a reason why the kids were being kept underground, why they were being taken hostage. Like, because how, like, what spoil did was like he used his ability on every single person here. All of them, most of them have died, a lot of them has become zombies, a lot of them has lost their mind. That's what happened. Then the question is, why did the kids have such a big number? It must be because spoil is deliberately keeping them alive, or there's a restriction to his power. Either of that. It's either he's deliberately keeping them alive to keep them as hostages here, that's why the number is so long, or there is a condition to his ability where it might be the younger you are, the more time it'll take for them to spoil. That might be one restriction, what I'm thinking. And then that would mean that he has no other choice but to wait for the kids' time to go out before they die. But we still don't know that. We still don't know whether he was keeping the number big in purpose, or is this like a restriction of his ability where he cannot really like assign the number to a character. It gets assigned automatically, and it depends on how young the person is. More younger people, the more the bigger the number will be. The older the person, the lesser the number will be, something like that, you know. So we still don't have an idea to what the ability is, but the next episode will probably tell us. Now another thing I need to check here is that when Fuko went and hugged the guy, the kid, she got a number. What was that number? Wait a minute, let me check. 1,000? That was, I think, was that 1,000? Wait a minute. Let me check again. Just a minute. 1 0. Yeah, that was 1,000. Okay. Andy's number. When did Andy's number start? At what? From what did Andy's number start? Just a minute. Was it 1,000 as well? Yeah. Oh, okay. I think I have my answer then. What about the kids then? Just a minute. Let me check the kid's number. The kid tries to run away. Oh, the kids have a big number. 9,200. Right. Okay, I think she was deliberately putting, I don't know. No, you know what? I think it's not the restriction of his power. I was thinking maybe it's a restriction where the number, he cannot really assign the numbers. It gets automatically assigned, and the younger you are, the more the number is. I don't think so, because Andy's hella old. His number is 1,000. Fuko's number was also 1,000. I'm pretty sure Shen's number was also 1,000. So that would mean that their number started from 1,000. However, the kid's number, they started from like 10,000 or something. I'm guessing that's why it was 9,000. So I think he was deliberately like putting the numbers. He can't put the numbers. It's not that it automatically gets assigned or something. And when Shen drops in as well, yeah, his number is also 1,000. So there you go. So he can, okay, so that means he was keeping the kid's number bigger because of some kind of an agenda. We still don't know why, you know, but let's wait and see how, like, you know, if we can get the answer to it. Either way, yeah, and in the end we get to see after the marriage ceremony, the girl was like, oh, there you go, there is the unspoiled. No, sorry, spoil, not unspoiled. Okay. And spoil was literally the angel statue. I guess not the angel statue, but it was camouflaging as the angel statue. The angel statue is part of his, like, you know, face, and it's like it's something that I guess he uses to probably, you know, like just adapt into the surroundings and lure in people or something. I'm not really sure, but that's how he was waiting for Andy to come in. Obviously, I'm pretty sure he was surprised when he saw that after the timer went down, Andy still didn't spoil. He was like, he must have been like, what the hell? And that's why in the end, he was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why don't you spoil? But yeah, like, you know, you're dealing with an undead, so obviously he's not going to spoil. His situation is different. He was not going to die. So yeah, now obviously I'm guessing this battle will be quite easy. I doubt it'll be that difficult, because now what? Now what can spoil do? You know, this guy isn't going to get spoiled. What can he do now then? You know, like obviously he cannot do anything. So I'm pretty sure this battle will be a lot easier than we thought. Because you cannot spoil Andy. Andy is an undead from the beginning. So let's see. You know, like, and I'm pretty sure Andy will not keep quiet. He's just going to go and slice spoil down or something. But the problem here will be, I guess we have to capture him. We cannot really, like, you know, kill him or anything, because that's the mission. We have to capture him. That'll be a bit difficult, I guess. But let's see. Let's see what we can do. Right. So yeah, overall a great episode, and yeah, let's see. Now let's talk about this episode scene by scene, just like I usually do. In the beginning of the episode, we get to see they are off towards the location of spoil. I think Nevada they were going. Yeah. Andy and Fuko are on a like trailer, kind of like a truck kind of thing. And you know, like I was like, where is Shen? And obviously I'm guessing, as we get to know later, and he literally left Shen behind. Like he's the one who was like, "Oh, come with us," and then he's the one who left him behind. That's hilarious. Oh god. But anyways, so yeah, as they kind of talk about spoil, and they like talk about a few things. First of all, the information that we have about spoil is that August 21st in New York City confirmed a case of rotting corpse wandering the streets. Um, Conducted memory wipe of witnesses and nearby residents pertaining to current phenomenon. Oh, oh, so they wiped out the memories deliberately so that they okay. Identity was procured from rotting corpses' belongings. James W. Smith. Okay. Lived in longing. Right. So a big question comes in, which they kind of ask later on. Why was Mr. James in New York City in that, like, while rotting in that type of situation? He lived in longing. Why was he there? If the whole situation originated in longing, how did he end up going to, like, end up being in New York City? That's the question. So I don't know. I'm guessing my guess would be like maybe like James was in a similar situation as the few of the other people here who completely didn't lose their mind. That's why maybe James was somehow able to run away from longing and started wandering around and probably ended up in New York City, and everyone got scared and probably put him down. That would be my guess, or maybe it's something else. Who knows? But either way, we have to go to longing now. And yeah, now Shen suddenly appears on top of the on top of the vehicle, and then he kind of like like loses his grip and like goes falls down almost. But then like they bring him in, and yeah. So after that, Shen kind of talks about a few things. The first thing he says to Fuko, "Do you know what spoil is?" And he says that it essentially means to decay or rot away. Obviously everyone knows that. I don't know why it traveled, here we go, 4,000 kilometers all the way back to New York, but I'm sure they'll be longing. So yeah, that's the question. Why was he in New York City? Right. So okay, after that, they were kind of talking about like like a few of the more other information. Like Shen kind of gives them the audio data that a few people were able to get. And this part was pretty damn, like traumatizing, I guess you could say, for people who aren't really, accustomed to stuff like this. So there's literally like a audio, like sound of people. Like there was like two people, I'm guessing they were keeping an eye on the whole situation, and one of them got spoiled, and and then everything went completely haywire. I really love the way they kind of presented this section. Again, this gave me full on Monogatari vibes. It's crazy how they like the way they like the episode was presented, especially in this situation where they were like playing the audio while they were showing like different situations. For example, here we suddenly see the car, like while the audio was playing, pull to evacuate, trailer air supply not for parking, push to supply, parking brake, push to release, pull to apply, these things, and one after the other how the scenes were changing. This is the Monogatari style. That's what they do. Like when something happens in the background, random scenes are shown one after the other, which is kind of a style that I absolutely love. It makes the like the episode or the visuals so much more interesting to look at. Like because instead of just showing while people are talking, instead of just showing characters' face, what Monogatari does is they show random stuff, random scenes which makes no sense. This is a style that I absolutely love. And they were kind of doing it here, which I don't know, I kind of liked. Anyways, and you can see Fuko got very like scared after a while, but obviously Andy is like used to all of this, so is Shen. And okay, a few other interesting things they would talk about here. Shen says, seems like you'll have a hard time unless you go all out against this one. he's kind of smirking, and what's his name? Andy is like, ain't no need. So I'm guessing, like, what does this mean? So Shen knows what it is, like how it feels. Like, I don't know, like he wants Andy to go all out. So does he know what happens when Andy goes all out? Have we not really seen him go all out? I'm guessing that's what he's implying. So he's way more stronger. I don't know, like, it's like this section was kind of interesting because he insinuated that, oh, we've seen nothing of Andy, like he's way more like strong and way more crazier than this, and that's why he was smirking, and he was like, oh, you might need to go all out now, but Andy's like, I don't need to do that. So that's an interesting conversation they have. Another interesting conversation they have is what Shen speaks with, when Shen speaks with Foucault at night, when Foucault's like out on top of the roof of the vehicle. Shen is like, oh, don't worry, Andy and I will take care of Spoil. But obviously Foucault's like, that's not what I'm worrying about. I want to help you guys. I don't want to just sit around and do nothing, because the situation, both of like all of us are in this situation together. Like, me just being there and not really helping out in any way. Yeah, I guess I have my unluck, obviously, but I want to do something more. Shen says, for Miss Gina's sake, collecting points to help her. Okay, another thing, I don't know what they're insinuating here. Are they trying to say that is there some way they can bring Gina back? I don't know, like, I guess, like who knows? Like, this is a world where death got introduced, by God himself. So I don't know if in the future, maybe a time will come when we might be able to overturn the penalty that is death, and if you're able to do that, maybe we're able to bring Gina back or something. I don't know, like, but let's see. There's a few interesting things they talk about here. So Foucault says the reward that Apocalypse mentioned, you remember what it was? Unrepair. So she's like, I want to help Andy, and Andy might be able to get some idea as to how to die if he gets if unrepair is found. Maybe that will help Andy. Okay, another interesting thing. Again, Shen talks about another thing here. When she's like, oh, why did you come in this mission, Shen? Oh, you were forced here, weren't you? And Shen's like, yeah, obviously I was forced, but there's something interesting. Like that, I'm kind of interested in here as well. What is it? Okay. Here, this line. Again, I feel like he's trying to signal something or insinuate something. He says, I might finally be able to see him. At this point of time, I was like, wait, is he talking about Andy? Because a few moments ago, he kind of said that, oh, Andy, you might need to go all out, yeah. And Andy was like, oh, and I don't need to. So when he says this, I was like, oh, he's talking about Andy, isn't he? That we might be finally able to see him. Not the half-hearted version of him we know now. There you go. Not the half-hearted version of him we know now. So I was like, yeah, he's talking about Andy. Suddenly, he says someone else's name. The Victor, God of Victory. Who the hell is that? I was thinking he was talking about Andy. Now, here's the thing. This is just a guess, but was that Andy's, one thing we need to remember, Andy doesn't remember a lot of things. He has force-stopped his memories. So he says that he doesn't remember much about before. So the fact that Shen says that, oh, we might be able to see him again, not the half-assed version of him, but Victor, the God of Victory, I think that's what he says, yeah. I think he's trying to say that Andy, before he was Andy, his memories that he's missing now, his actual name was Victor or something, and he was like a god of victory. I'm guessing that's just a way of speaking. Maybe he was extremely strong or something. That's why everyone called him the god of victory or something. That is what I'm thinking, and I think this is what this because it's too these two statements are too similar. First, he talks to Andy and asks him about if he needs to go all out or something, and he might need to or something. And Andy's like, I don't need that. That and now this when he's like, oh, not the half-assed version of him, but Victor, the god of victory. So I'm guessing he's talking about Andy. So Andy probably was this crazy person before who was like probably extremely strong or something, and everyone called him like the god of victory or something. And then I'm guessing, like since he became an undead or something, he had to seal his memories, and since he sealed his memories, that part of his life he has forgotten, you know, and that's why now he is this person. But before he had a past which he probably doesn't remember or he doesn't want to remember, you know, and that's why he said like, oh, I don't need to go all out. But Shen is pretty happy that he might be able to finally see him or something. Again, these are all guesses. I'm not sure because, you know, like I feel like the way they spoke in the, like they were talking in this situation, the way Shen was speaking here, that's what it implies, you know, like he wants to see Andy go all out. And then he suddenly talked to Foucault about Victor, god of victory. And he also talked about, I don't want to see a half-assed version of him, but before that, you know, like how he was. Like something like that he said, like not the half-assed version that he's now, that something like that he says. So I'm thinking he's talking about Andy. Okay, interesting. Right, so Andy must have like a past which he currently probably doesn't remember. But, you know, it's like a, I don't know, like it's something that a lot of people know about, and Shen also knows about, and that's why Shen is like, oh, I might finally be able to see him. You know, I don't know. Well, let's wait. Right, and now after that, that happens, and then we go to longing. And he just uses a rocket launcher to make like a hole, and all the zombies come out, and Andy's like, all right, guys, buckle up, let's go. Runs over all the zombies, and then goes in, and inside the place, he's like, everyone here, you know, like if there's anyone who has a little bit of sanity left, you know, if you're understanding what I'm trying to say here, duck. In a few seconds, I'll be using my technique to cut all of your heads out. If you duck, you'll survive, and then we'll have a conversation. We'll talk to you. That's what he does. You know, he gives like them like 2 or 3 seconds, and then just uses this technique to like take out everyone's head. And then he's like, all right, let's see. Is there anyone of you who ducked? There was this one girl who ducked. And he's like, ah, there you go. You know, we have someone who is not as spoiled as we thought she was. So, you know, this really reminded me of Zombieland Saga, you know. Like, and she, like, in Zombieland Saga, like, you know, like, there's a girl called Tai. She really reminded me of Tai as well, you know, especially, like, how she, like, her haircut and everything is also kind of like Tai. And, you know, like, the fact that she's still, like, she's like a zombie, but she has, like a semblance, at least. It's exactly like Tai. So, she was just, like, you know, making zombie noises and everything. But she has a basic understanding that, okay, like, you know, like something is going on. She has a semblance of sanity. Now, Andy's like, all right, let's go then. You know, we have a lot of, like, you know, thing to talk about. So he brings the zombie in, like, you know, near the car. And here, Shen is like, right. Shen was kind of mad here. Shen is like, all right, you don't listen to me, do you? And he's like, have you ever fought Yumas before? And he's like, no, I haven't. And he's like, all right, let me tell you then. Okay, where is it? Humans are different from us negators. They are the very rules themselves. It's common for them to suddenly ensnare people without rhyme or reason. Okay, right. I'm sure you already have a hunch, but my ability to activates when I look at my target from a certain distance. And now Foucault's activates when she makes physical contact. Yeah. Now, and then, knowing you, I bet you are planning to figure out how things work here mid-combat. Yeah. But that's a bad move when up against a Yuma. Yeah, so he's like, it doesn't work like us negators. We we actually like like have certain conditions that need to be fulfilled. For example, he as he says, for might ability to activate, you need to be a certain distance. I need to look at you. Fuko, it's touch. But Yumas, their abilities are just like rules in themselves. It happens suddenly. It has no like rules or regulations. So it's a bad move to do this. And he's like, most humans will impose the rule on anyone who steps within the range, no exceptions. And that's why he's like, yeah, you getting in so rashly inside this whole like thing. It's obviously it's dangerous. You most of the time nothing will probably happen to you because you're an undead. But what about me and Fuko? I'm guessing that's what he was trying to say. Like, yeah, you'll probably be fine, or even if you're not fine, the people who will suffer the most is us, like me or Fuko. So you need to think about that as well. So which is true. Like here, Andy went too much deep in enemy territory. Thankfully, Fuko and Shen wasn't with him. If they were with him, if he actually decided to take the truck to the middle of the place, everyone would have been imposed with the spoil. The fact that he left the truck there and he himself went in was what actually saved Fuko and Shen from getting the timer. If he decided to take the truck inside completely, then everyone would have gotten affected. So that's what he's trying to say, that you'll be fine. Like you'll probably be okay. You'll not die. But what about like the people, your friends who are with you? They'll get involved in this situation. So you need to be very careful. Like that kind of thing. Either way, Andy's like, I'm sorry about that. he's like, yeah. And Shen's like, damn, I wasn't expecting him to immediately apologize. And it's like, okay, as long as you understand. Oh my god. Right. So after that, the zombie girl is like tugging his like dress, and he like takes out his dress and sees that there's a timer now. So Fuko's pretty like scared, and they're like, what's going to happen? And like Shen is also pretty and it's like, fine, like I'm an undead. You don't remember? If I'm going to spoil, I'm just going to probably regenerate back. And yeah, but they're still concerned. But Andy's like, you know what? Don't worry. Like your unluck wasn't able to do anything to me. I doubt something like this will be able to do anything. Yeah. This part is kind of funny because when the timer goes down, the zombie girl is like he starts rotting, and the zombie girl is like, she's like, you see, I told you. But then when he regenerates back, the zombie girl is surprised. She's like, she's like, wait, what? I wasn't expecting this. And then he rots again, and the zombie girl's like, wait, what? Like it's funny, like seeing how she was like reacting to everything. Oh lord. Anyways, okay, so the question is, where is spoil? They need to figure it out. So okay, so Andy is kind of speaking to the girl now, because apparently because he became zombified, half zombified, he can understand her. And that's why he can understand her, and she's like, oh, like I guess she probably told him that like I've always wanted to get married. If you marry me now, I'll I'll tell you where he is, or something like that, she said. And that's why Andy was like all right. Like he tells Fuko about it, and he's like, okay, where is it? Says it's her dream. After the ceremony, she'll tell us where spoil is. There you go. And Andy's like, Shen is like, no, don't do that. She might be an assassin. But Fuko's like, oh, it's fine. Like go ahead. Oh no, so sorry. Before that, Andy kind of said that, oh, if you think this is cheating, then you might tell me. I'll not do it. But Fuko's like, no, it's okay. Go ahead. And okay, here's one thing that's kind of interesting about Fuko. I just realized, like, I feel like we've gotten accustomed to anime so much, where like like in these type of situation in most of the animes, like even if it's not like a big thing, like characters, they like like feel jealous and stuff, like all these things happen. Most of the anime, like very rare animes, you can see that the other character kind of understands. I'm not talking about this situation. I'm talking about another situation before as well. The whole Gina situation. I was half expecting Foucault to, I don't know, probably feel jealous or something when, like when she hugged, even though that was like her last breath or something. Because that's what anime, in most of the animes, that's what happens. Even in crazy situations, like characters feel like, like that. I was very like surprised to see Foucault didn't really like react in any negative way to that whole scene where Gina kissed him. You know, Not only that, like even the fact that she didn't even feel jealous. Like nothing. There was nothing in her. No, she was obviously crying for Gina. That part, this part as well, I'm seeing that when Andy's like, oh, if you think that it's not okay, then tell me, I'll not do it. But like Foucault's laughing and she's like, oh no, it's fine. At the same time, like we have to understand that like Foucault kind of likes like Andy. Like we've seen multiple situations before where she blushes and everything, and stuff like that. What is interesting about her is that even though she does harbor probably feelings that she probably doesn't understand still about uh, Andy, in situations like this where there's something necessary and where it isn't really a big deal, for example, this part, like he's getting married to a zombie. The other part where it's a very emotional situation where Gina is like her last, like like in her dying breaths. These type of situations, she is very sensible. Unlike half of the other anime characters who literally like even in situations like these, they literally like like feel jealous or like she none of that happens to her, which is kind of interesting because like I said, it's kind of rare to see anime characters like this nowadays. Where like the characters are sensible enough to understand that, oh, like this situation, yeah, it's okay, it's nothing, not a big deal. Instead, like most of the anime and the anime characters we see, like they either get jealous or they get like like something in these type of situations, even if it's like a very critical situation, a very like like a very normal situation, stuff like this. So yeah, it's interesting. All right, anyways, so Foucault's like, oh yeah, go ahead, and he leaves. While Foucault over there sees this kid who goes underground and she rushes towards him. While Shen is screaming, Shen is like, stop, you two, don't go. None of them listens to him. And he's like, good God, what the hell? And smart thing that he does, obviously he follows Foucault because obviously he knows that Andy will be fine. So he goes and follows Foucault. And like he stops Foucault from going further in, and we get to see the kids. They're like, I was thinking the kids were working with Spoil or something, but turns out they were also victims here, and they had like guns, and they were like pointing towards them, and they showed their timer, and they're like, oh, like this is what's happening, you guys are here to drive us out of here, and they were obviously not like trusting of Foucault or Shen because they were standing at a distance, and they're like, oh, if you really wanted to help us, why are you standing so like far away from us? At which Foucault immediately goes and hugs him, which obviously makes the timer appear on Foucault's stomach as well. Shen does the same. A timer on Shen's stomach also comes. Obviously, this shows the kids that they want to help them out. We're back outside in the church. She is like wearing a wedding dress. Andy's there, and Andy's like, and then there's like all the people like sitting down, all the zombies, and yeah, and he's like, all right, let's do it then. And while they were like like in the process, the girl is like, it's fine, like I'm happy enough now, like my dream was to wear a wedding dress. This is enough for me. Yeah, please help us out, take us out of our misery, and kill that person as well. Points towards the angel statue, and that is Spoil. He was camouflaging as that thing. And yeah, and he comes and gives like a slash, and Spoil comes out of his camouflage, and you can literally see that the angel is kind of like its nose. And Spoil is pretty baffled. He's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why don't you spoil? And yeah, and then Andy uses his parts bullet, like his hands, to hit the bell and gathers all the zombies. And he's like, this is the big bad person here. He's the reason for all of you guys, for like, why all of you guys are in this situation. Attack! And all the zombies starts like, coming in drove, and like, like gathers in front of Spoil, tries to attack him, and Andy is also ready to fight. And that is where it ended. So yeah, like I said, yeah, that was a great episode. Very unpredictable, and yeah, let's see what we can do. Spoil seems like a very I don't know, like an easy opponent for Andy, at least, because he cannot really do anything to Andy. Andy cannot get spoiled, but at the same time, we have to remember that we cannot kill him. We have to capture him, which is going to be a little bit more difficult, I think. But let's see. So that is it. Thanks for watching, guys. This was my reaction to episode number 6. Was it? Wait, what episode was this? I think 6. Yeah, okay, I forgot what episode was it. Episode number 6 of Undead Unluck. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Undead Unluck. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.